Okay, now let's go switch that thing back when this is over. Who else is playing that GV? That way you can see at least who they are. These cameras, these are only opticals. They don't have a digital one. it uses the digital zoom when it's not in 4K, like automatically. Yeah. I'm like way behind you. Whatever it is that you passed here, I can't. Look at AC. What? Does that work? Yeah. Okay, right. On the board? Okay, there's 3. Oh. Okay.
Am I up now? Need to be up here anymore, or do you want?
Okay, I'm gonna give the headset to Chris.
There you go. Sir, hang on. You live?
Yes. You might want to readjust the tripod for yourself. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
You know how to do that, right?
Yeah.
Was he talking to me?
Hey, Robert, it's Chris. He's ready when you are.
So I looked at him and I said, I play professional. What the fuck is that? And what does that mean? Does that mean something? Because you're doing something that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Same thing with basketball. I mean, have fun, guys.
Good morning. Welcome to Frank Forty Field here on the campus of Beverly High School. Today is senior day here at Beverly High School as your hometown Beverly Panthers will be taking on the visiting Medford Mustangs from the Greater Boston League. My name is Al Visnick. I'm here with Chris Hemsey today in the BevCam Sports Network to give you all this morning's action. Chris had a nice ceremony there before kickoff here, honoring all our seniors, 17 of them. I kind of refer to it as sad day. It's a bittersweet moment to see the boys coming down their home stretch of their high school career. And I guess for you and I in particular, having kind of raised the vast majority of them in the game, I know I have, pride there that the boys are still playing the game and enjoying it, which probably means you and I didn't wreck it for them.
That's true. That's true. My youngest being a senior, Max, and I know your youngest, Ian, going through the program, and just a bunch of these guys, like getting them when they were in North Beverly, when they were 5, 6 years old, starting them in the game. And like you said, it didn't ruin it. We handed them off to the high school program as best we could, and here they are. They're men ready to take on that next step. And I'd be remiss not to mention how emotional I think that it is. It's a great, awesome thing.
Yeah, it certainly is an emotional day, bittersweet. And as Coach Edgar DeLeon told the crowd, the largest senior class in the history of Beverly High School soccer. So I know that we have a few talented exchange students in that group. But, yeah, really great to just see so many kids still playing with the game. And if I could, Chris, before we get started and talk a little bit about visiting opponent in today's matchup, I would just like to give a shout-out to all of the senior boys, starting with our goalkeeper and one of the captains, Matthew Roy, also Brendan Conley, Dimitri Pisecki, Bryce Lee, Luke Stanley, Andrew Mahoney, Captain Ian Visnick, Captain Max Hemsey, Captain Trevor Gilligan, Ryan Williams, Max Lang, Matteo Bonanno, one of our Italian exchange students, Misha Creakin, Declan McHugh, Federico Claverino, again from Italy, Shane Barker, and Paolo Bucicchio, also from Italy. Fine group of guys. They're looking for their footing. Since we've last been on the air and had our last home game, there's been 3 matches, some good performances, some mixed results. A tough loss against Andover where the boys played exceedingly well and the score really didn't reflect their effort, and a tough 3-0 loss, followed by a 2-0 road win against Marblehead, which avenged an earlier 2-0 defeat. Boys played real well. A brace scored that day by Paolo. And a very tough 1-0 road defeat earlier this week to Acton Boxborough. We're one of those games where you walked away, Chris, and you just said the kids deserve better. They hit a post. They had a half volley that was, hit right at the keeper. There's another good save in there, a couple opportunities. And, Acton Boxborough is a very good team. We were right with them. That match could have went either way.
I do think the team, record aside, from a talent standpoint and how they play, they could play against anyone on a talent standpoint. And I mean, it's been the story of the season in that sometimes, even with their great play, they have been unable to find the back of the net. Like you said the other night, with Acton Boxborough off the post, I know Owen had some good looks in the 18 right there, and just, it's a game of inches, just like anything else.
Sure it was. Federico dented the frame.
That's true.
With that half volley.
Yeah, they were really making the push, the press. Their defense was super busy. The boys in the midfield. I'm looking to see. It's funny. In this game coming up, Medford's going to be a good side. We know that. And I'm interested to see a couple of things, whether or not, as I always say every game that we're on air, 50-50 balls, who's going to get them? And I also like to see Beverly keep their first touches down. Sometimes they get to the ball with a header and they pop that up, and that second ball is where they're losing it. If they could keep it down, play to their teammates' feet, get something, control, set something up in the system, I think they've had better opportunities offensively when they have kept the ball down and have worked with their partners, their teammates.
Yeah, no question. They've shown us stretches.
What's this? Is it a brawl? We got our brawl already? Probably some sort of ceremony, I would imagine. Probably not a team-on-team brawl, right?
Maybe a photo op here on Senior Day, perhaps.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So they're going to do a picture with both teams. Very nice sportsmanship, both teams coming together.
I feel like we can get in here. Should we make something here and get in this thing?
maybe we can just unplug our headphones and,
Jump on my shoulder.
like I always said, I think we both have great faces for radio, you and I. So.
100%. Get the face for radio.
But speaking to the Beverly play, we've certainly seen it in stretches, Chris. And, one of my favorite sayings is consistency is the hardest thing in all the sports. So they've definitely shown us for sure.
Yeah, and restaurants.
To our viewers, sorry about that. We were not unnotified, but unfortunately this past week a member of the Beverly High School class of 2020 left us all too early, and boys were observing a moment of silence before the match. Okay, looks like we're getting very close to kickoff here, and we'll be looking for that, like you say, playing to feet. As we talked many times, we feel as though the boys are better when they're defending further up the field. A lot of credit goes to their recent play and form with the adjustments that they made after the Masconomet game. They went back to playing 4-4-2. They came away from a 3-4-3 that they were playing before that, so going back to 4 in the back. Personnel-wise adjustment. Paulo, after being hurt, came back in, and he was playing at the 6 and moved Ian Visnick further up the field into that attacking midfield role. But today, great to see as we get ready to start our match here, running with an all-senior lineup.
Yep.
In the back, we have Trevor Gilligan at the right back. His central backs are Bryce Lee and Captain Max Hemsey. On the outside left, Misha Creakin, Andrew Mahoney, and Ian Visnick appear to be sitting back in the midfield with Declan McHugh, Shane Barker, Max Lane, and Yayan Williams rounding out the lineup for the Panthers.
It's good to see Bryce Lee back. The other night he did go out early with an injury, and
he took a hard shot with an elbow to the eye and had some blurry vision there, but looks like that's cleared up.
That's always good to see because he did not come back that game. So
right, once he went out, right.
He's been playing very tough in the defense. He's had a couple of great years in defense. He seems to be connecting with his role. He's got good speed, and he's just been a consistent force back there, particularly when you have a Trevor, Hemsey, certainly Misha, which they know how to roam up towards the offensive help. And Bryce and Paulo actually have always been very consistent back there. Though, as you noted, Paulo's kind of moved up.
Yeah, a little different look today with the starters, which is great here on Senior Day. Although you can't start 17 at once, I don't think, in this game.
No.
I think 11's the number.
Yes.
All right, here's Yayan Williams with the ball. Has a little bit of a break. He holds up play. He shoots it across the middle to Ian Visnick. Ian pushes it up to the left wing for Misha Creakin, who gives service, and Yayan Williams just misses the finish. And, Chris, there's the stretch of play that we've seen from the boys, and then highlighted by the difficulty of finding the back of the net. Beverly,
that's 2 inches away. He gets a good boot on it. That's in.
Beverly comes in having played 12 matches and scored but 13 goals. So they're looking to get on the board early. They've yet to lose a match where they have been the team to score first. So.
Well, to the note of the difference in lineup because of all the seniors here, it really doesn't matter. I mean, these boys know how to play. A lot of them, top to bottom, can play. Edgar has had, all sorts of different looks throughout the year, and all these kids are fighting for playing time. So I don't think there's any inherent disadvantage here with any combination of the Panthers. It's about who shows up and how that squad plays at the time.
Yeah, 100%. There is the depth there, like you say, to roll out the numbers. So, okay, Medford looking to make their first attack, shoots a through ball, but that thought Matt Roy was gonna come out, and there is a miscue in the Beverly back. Unfortunately, that did not end up in the Beverly net. Little communication snafu there, but right now we get a throw in for the Mustangs.
We sometimes have those. So it's actually trending well that we didn't get an unfortunate goal against right there. Big throw in from Medford. Bryce Lee there with sending it out to about the 20 on the football field anyway.
And there is a shot off the left foot of number 23, Peyton Bersinski. Have a handwritten roster that the boys from Medford High School were very nice to provide for us, and I'll apologize to any of the Mustangs whose names that I pronounce incorrectly. Shane Barker chases it down, gives pressure. Knocked out to side by Medford defender. Throw in to Ian Visnick. Ian settles the ball. Tries to find Shane Barker, but pass goes askew. And here comes a break led by number 11 for the Mustangs, Ryan DeOliveira.
Hemsey with some stank on him. I like it.
Good pressure there.
Misha with a good step here.
Going to push that out in front, and Yayan will get his steps in trying to chase that down.
See, this is the situation where Beverly, I like if they can push their middies up, keep this in here, right out of Ian's reach right there. But they're
number 23, Peyton with the ball again, gives service across for number 9, defended by Trevor Gilligan. That might have been a handball from my vantage point when that bounced up, but Beverly will get the ball out of there, clear their line. But Medford's pushing it back in, and that ball's going to roll harmlessly to Matt Roy.
You know, it being a 10 a.m. game or whenever it eventually started, it's funny that the boys are used to the sun coming. Usually it's blasting Matty Roy in the other way, and now
right.
He's getting it in the first half.
Andrew Mahoney chests it down over to Ian Visnick. Ian surveys the situation, puts the ball out there for Misha Creakin on the left wing. Misha is taken down unceremoniously, and we have a throw-in evidently for Beverly. Into Max Lang. Max attempting to keep it, defended well by Medford. Max Hemsey steps up, pushes the ball into the middle of the pitch.
Ooh, Max Lang, nice little challenge there, just pops out.
Here's Trevor Gilligan tracking back, and Andrew Mahoney defending 11 and 9.
Trevor with a good step there.
Number 9 is Gifford Charles. Coming in for the Mustangs, number 24, Jonathan Pineda. And he is coming in for number 12, whose name perhaps did not make the roster, so he came in tonight for number 12.
Hope he's okay. He's coming out with a little limp here.
Throw-in being taken by Sandro DeVita. Sidewinder bit, long throw-in. Bryce Lee heads it away. Yayan wins the second ball. Andrew the third ball, and the ball falls to 24 with the shot on net, but that's handled by Matt Roy. Medford was formerly in the Northeastern Conference for a few years there, but the Greater Boston League survived and reassembled, and now Medford is back in the GBL. My home league growing up as a kid. Here comes a ball that Matt Roy steps off his line and hits away. And they were joined by a couple of longtime Northeastern Conference members, Lynn English and Lynn Classical now, for a more robust Greater Boston League. Big run
got
there
the call right
by
there.
number 22, Shane Barker, who's fouled from behind, and Beverly will have a free kick.
Now, would you want to see, it looks like Ian's going to take it. Would you like to see him serve it or just blast it to put it on net, see if something bounces?
Yeah, from that angle here, although my depth perception as an aging man is not what it once was, I think it's a little bit acute. I think he'd be trying to curl something in towards the back post, would be my guess.
Oh, I love it. Let's see it.
Went low on the ground, and we had a ball there.
Max Lang is there. Something. Anything?
Oh, and it does not.
Oh, the keeper. Good play by the keeper. He's getting kicked all over the place there.
So we did neither. Ian drove one in hard and low, hoping for the ball to be catch a deflection. Certainly was a good scoring opportunity.
Well, Trevor with a good step right there. He's a defender, and that's where that aggression comes.
Oh, great move by Trevor.
Oh, he's putting it on. Oh,
and he finds the net on senior day. Beverly has drawn first blood. Trevor Gilligan with a beautiful move up the right side. Great individual effort. And for just the 6th time this season, Beverly High School has scored the first goal in a game, which uplifts the crowd here on senior day. Great work by Trevor, Chris.
That was, it starts with his aggression, as you said in the top of the broadcast. When Beverly gets that pressure, keeps it offensive. He made tremendous moves and popped it. I think I saw a left foot, which I know he credits his youth soccer coaches.
Okay, let's see. Great hustle by Declan McHugh to try to keep that in. But the throw-in will go to the Mustangs, taken by number 9, Gifford Charles. Beverly pushes away Ian Williams. Looks like he jumped up. And
got a little handball there.
You can't do that right in front of the official. You have to be a few yards away if you're going to get away with that one.
That's true.
Free kick for Medford, number 6, Matt Rendonzo. Shoots it over to right side. Headed away by Max Hemsey. Second ball won by Shane Barker as Beverly clears its line and looks to put some pressure on the Mustangs.
This is that pressure. This is where if Beverly can take the one line up, just push it up there, win the day. Oh, it's a nice move by number 11. Bryce is there, though, trying to clear it.
Unlucky. Good slide tackle. Andrew Mahoney's there to clear the line. Well done, Andrew.
That was well defended by Bryce and Andrew helping out there. Good to see. Here comes Misha coming in hot.
We have troubles there, but Bryce Lee to the rescue, gets a foot on it outside of Max Hemsey. Was just watching the movement in that back there. That could have been much more dangerous.
So they're having the right ideas there. I'm watching Beverly trying to pass, and they do seem to be just a little bit off, out of the reach of Ian in the middle there, and then a running guy. Here comes another set of seniors.
Okay, coming in for the Panthers, number 5, Luke Stanley, number 21, Federico Claverino, number 2, Brendan Conley, number 24, Paolo Buquiccio, and I feel like I've missed somebody. Did I miss someone, Chris?
Probably. 4? There's too many. So
I think I got them all. I think there were 4 in and 4 off. Off Shane Barker, Misha Creakin, Andrew Mahoney.
No, 5.
And our goal scorer, Trevor Gilligan.
His mama call him Luke. I'll call him Lukey.
Did I say Luke was in number 5?
No,
Luke
you did, but I was just, it was more.
Lukey.
Luke. But let me see who's new. Mateo.
Federico.
Beacon here. Oh, Paulo's in.
Paulo and Luke.
Oh, and Dimitri in the back end.
Oh, thank you. There we go. That's the one we missed. Dimitri Pasecki coming in the left back for Misha Creakin.
So you watch these next, so the next cycle of seniors here, these 5 kids, they know how to play the game. I suspect Beverly's intensity is going to remain because these kids know the game and they want as much time as they can get from coach, you know?
Absolutely.
So they'll play nice and hard, keep up the intensity.
And a great atmosphere here today with all the families and senior day, and the posters and the pictures and the music and the ceremony. For the parents, like we talked about earlier, bittersweet, but for the kids, having some extra voices and familiar faces here is great. It makes them want to play a little bit harder.
Yeah, you think back to Paulo averages about 300 headers a game, and there was one of them.
A very strong player.
But yeah, even from the boys' perspective, they've grown up with these families too, and all the parents are, are so nice to all the other families, and it's just so great to see them. And the day was made for soccer.
Absolutely.
We're in October something, and it's absolutely gorgeous here in Beverly.
And I think if you also talk to our foreign exchange students, they kind of feel that community with the guys and, families. And, I believe they're all having a great experience here in Beverly.
Oh.
Well, for Ian, looking for a beacon just over his head, and that's going to go.
Good
good
idea
look
there.
by Ian.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good look. Beacon was making a good run there.
We have a timeout call by the Medford Mustangs. Chris, as I said, Medford, a member of the revitalized Greater Boston League, which I'm not sure if it actually disbanded or it was down to just a handful of teams, but now it's certainly revitalized. And the Mustangs come in here today ranked number 35 in the Division I power rankings, just outside the top 32. No. Just got a word from our cameraman, Chris Roy. For some reason, he wants to put the two radio faces on the TV. Good morning, everybody. But back to the Medford Mustangs. They come into this match with the 35th power ranking, but they do carry an 8-3-2 record, so they're looking, by virtue of being over 500, should already have enough points to qualify for the tournament. They have wins against Lynn English Classical, Malden, my alma mater, Chelsea Revere, Lynn English again, Lynn Classical again, and Malden again. Having a draw with Revere and Everett High School. I'm sorry, Revere they drew with, Everett they drew with. They were defeated by Everett High School, Somerville, and North Andover. So, I'm still getting my feet wet with the power rankings, but one of the categories that comes up with it considers the strength of schedule. And looking at the Panthers versus the Mustangs, Beverly has actually played the tougher schedule when you look at opponents' rankings. Well, we're expecting the boys to be in a competitive match today, and so far they are.
Yeah, and a lot of high school coaches, they like to stuff their out-of-conference games with just talent. I mean, this is how boys get better. This is how the games have been fun and competitive. Obviously, the record is not what anyone in the Panthers want or would choose, but the games have been. This is why you're playing the game, to have the best competition possible.
Absolutely,
I think, and the boys definitely have shown that competitive nature the entire year.
Here's a through ball for number 9 for Medford. He's in, defended by Bryce Lee, who's able to cut the angle, and the shot goes harmlessly to Matt Roy. Again, that was, I'm going to have a little hard time. I said Gifford, but it's perhaps Gift Lord Charles.
GC.
Medford controls it in the middle,
nice
but
step
stolen by
Beacon.
Brendan Conley. Finds Luke Stanley, who's trying to find
it's a
Mateo
nice ball.
Bonanno with the ball. He chipped over the top. Mateo working hard to get it. Luke's going to step in, get a win, shoots it across the face of goal, but just short. Federico Claverino.
I was about to make a beautiful touch here.
I'm sure it would have been flawless. We'll have to have a talk with Gabriel De Silva of the Medford team. He intercepted your ball.
He took my touch. It's all right.
Ball goes out to left wing to Dimitri.
Oh, that's a nice
little
move.
Pass up to Federico on the left wing. Federico trying to get into the end line across, but it's
corner kick
hit off a Medford player for a Beverly High corner kick. I believe the first of the day. We had a free kick down in that area, but I think this is a true corner.
Hear me out. Max Lang to Paulo's head. Nope.
Max to Federico. Max tries to give service. Lands around the 18. Cleared away by Medford. Ended by Ian Visnick.
I mean, Ian Visnick getting the call and then showing off some footwork. The ref wasn't appreciative of that beautiful foot. I thought it was beautiful, but
he was admonished for sure. Okay, number 9 again with the ball, defended by Luke Stanley on the outside. Knocks it off for a Medford throw.
I think
we're about 15 minutes in. Is it 23?
I think about 15 in. Yeah, they didn't stop it on the timeout. How long are timeouts? A minute, maybe?
I thought they were, yeah.
All right.
That's why the official time's on the field. Long throw in for Medford. Bryce Lee heads it away. Second ball hit by number 5. Bounces around into the obstructed view seats in the corner. I can't tell you exactly what happened. But it looks like a Beverly throw-in.
I think BevCam made a good defensive play out, and they saw it to a goal kick for Matty Roy. Now, if any of that is true, better yet. That's what I'm envisioning.
All right, Matt Roy, the southpaw, getting ready to take the Beverly goal kick. The senior captain launches it towards the mid-stripe, well over it. Falls, goes over everybody.
Oh, BevCam with a nice step. Oh, unfortunate, just past Ian there. Max Lang
yep.
Looking for somebody. Paulo looking for somebody.
Okay, ball into the back line of Medford. Ball's hit to the midfield and intercepted by Paulo. Luke Stanley in there battling, moving his feet.
Yeah, no turn
Gets
there,
some
Luke.
helps from Max Lang.
It's good defense by Luke. That's what set that up, and Max Lang cleaning it up for them.
Center back, number 6, Matt Rendonzo. Pass it back to his goalkeeper, who unfortunately we
Dimitri
do not know
with
who
a beautiful step right there.
Dimitri working hard. That looks like a foul to me, sir.
That's a definite foul. There you go.
Looks like number 10.
I don't want to.
Goalie Julien went through the back of Max Lane there.
Of course, a broken record, but same as Trevor's goal. Dimitri on the left back there stepped up on the 30 when it came out, and it set up this penalty or this free kick right here.
Ball goes through. Oh,
that was
almost
close.
Another Panther goal.
As we said, if they keep that pressure up, the offensive opportunities will come. And I like that they've had it in frame now. A keeper making a couple of great blocks, but I love that they're putting it in frame and not just blasting it through the field goal.
Okay, several headers in a row. The ball rolls back. Max Hemsey with the ball on the left side, looking for Frederico, who battles on the sideline there. Medford comes away with it.
That won't hurt.
Into the middle of the pitch.
Max Lang's there.
Number 5 hits his own player, bounces back. Medford retains possession.
Reset. Here we go.
Back to the keeper, who will
Luke
try to.
Stanley should step up here on 9.
Bryce Lee defending against number 11. Puts a ball through with the outside of his left foot. Oh. Dimitri gets into it, kicks it back across the face of goal. Luke Stanley defending outside. Ball rolls to
nice
the top.
shot. Paulo's there.
And then it rolls to Matt. Great defensive positioning.
That shot had some stank on it, and he kept it low. And Paulo, as usual, is in the right spot, the right time. Matty Roy with the bomb right here to Paulo's head. 1 of 300.
Oh, good
Frederico with a win.
See if Beverly can pressure here, but a foot put into it by the Medford keeper. We'll try to get his name at halftime if we can.
Oh, that's a good touch by Frederico. And just out of the... Here we go with Owen McCarthy and Wilson DeLeon checking in. 2 typical starters. They're probably chomping at the bit to get in this game here.
Good ball across by number 9 out to the right wing. Crosses it for number 23, Peyton.
Ooh, service. Matty Roy with a great play.
Great job by Matt with number 11 on the doorstep. Here's a shot by 10. Matt Roy with the save. A quality strike by number 10, Mark Oli Julien. Handled by Matt Roy. So that was probably the clearest chance that Medford's had so far in the match, Chris.
Yeah, Matty Roy said no. Not today.
Oh. Getting ready to check in for the Mustangs.
That's a good ball by Max Lang.
Shoots it out to the right side for Brendan Conley. Brendan gets to it, tries to chip it across, but just is unable to wrap his foot around it. Number 24, Michael Pack coming in. And number 20, who has escaped the roster. Beverly, as you said, has Owen McCarthy, Wilson DeLeon, Trevor Gilligan checking back in. And I'm missing someone else who checked back in, Chris.
Trevor came back, as did somebody, I forget.
Misha Creakin on the left
Misha's
for Dimitri.
Yep. And as I said, Owen's in his comfortable spot there, as is Wilson up top.
Nice attempt at a one-touch pass by Wilson DeLeon. Intercepted by Medford, and then does go out for Beverly throw, taken by Trevor Gilligan, the goal scorer of today's match, the lone goal scorer to date.
Great throw to Wilson in the corner.
Wilson uses his body, tries to corral it. Good battle on the side. That's going to go out again for Beverly throw, right in front of us. Trevor finds Mateo, who rises up to win it. Ian Visnick battling. Trevor has the ball probably a little bit longer than he wants. Was trying to look for Federico on the left wing. Bryce Lee passes it back to Matt Roy, being pursued by 11. Matt hits it up the field with a beautifully long struck ball. Wilson battling in the middle. It's going to fall to Mateo. Mateo keeps the ball. Gets it to Ian. Ian finds Owen.
Hit Owen again.
Wilson. If he can get it back to Owen, we're going to have an opportunity, but defended by Medford.
Okay.
And that's the stretch of play we're talking about, Chris.
Yep.
The patience there, the good passing. Ian Visnick in the middle there, finding feet, as did Trevor Owen. Very nice, very nicely done.
Yeah, and a corner kick here. Trevor Gilligan's to take it.
And Wilson, too, I'm sorry.
Yeah, good touches, good ideas, good runs. They're going short here.
Owen gives service. Hits off of Misha. Ian heads it down to Paolo. Paolo turns, shoots.
Ooh, good shot.
Just not enough juice on it, but a great bid. Does get it on frame for another, forces the Medford keeper into another save.
Acrobat, and there's his head.
Again.
The
king of the airwaves for Beverly High. Misha Creakin over to Ian Visnick, who pushes it out the other side and finds Trevor Gilligan. Trevor finds Mateo, one touch back to him. Excellent job. A nice touch over to Paolo. Paolo picks his head up, a little move, finds Ian in the middle, taken from him. Number 11 has the ball, up to number 9. It's going for a deep cross on the other side. Max Hemsey defends 20 well. Max is there, takes the ball outside and gets it out of harm's way and out the side. Coming back in for the Mustangs is number 12.
I don't think 12 made it on our roster yet.
That's all I got for you is number 12. Number 10 is coming off. Mark Oli Giuliano, I think, had the best scoring chance so far for the Mustangs. Okay, Medford comes away with the ball. This is going to be a good opportunity. Shot saved by Matt Roy. Number 11, Ryan Oliveira, would seem to be a very dangerous player that Beverly's going to have to keep their eyes on for this match.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate defense. It was just a misplay, but that happens, and Levin's going to be too good to have that happen again.
Okay, Paolo steps up over to Ian. Ian takes it down. Back to Max Hemsey as Beverly maintains possession. Beverly looks for... Max looks for Federico on the outside wing, and that ball goes out for Medford.
Misha with a great step.
Comes Medford again, finds feet for Ryan again, number 11. Defended by Paolo, slows him down. Is able to get rid of the ball, but Bryce Lee bangs it away, goes out the side.
We kept numbers there on that defense. When number 11 got the ball, we had numbers there. Paulo was able to affect his path, and then he had Max and Bryce and Misha, Trevor behind.
One of the advantages of having Paulo just a little bit higher in that holding defensive midfield position is you have one of your stronger defenders there who makes things a little bit easier for the guys behind him, right? Time and space gets taken away with the way that he plays that position. So that's been some good stuff. And, Beverly gradually is creating more opportunities like we talked about, just lacking a little bit on the finishing end, with the exception of Trevor this morning. Ian over to Misha. Finds Yayan, who's back in the match.
That was a fantastic exchange. No panic. And it cleared their defensive third, and they had some good looks right there. That was the way to do it.
Beverly doing a nice job keeping it shape after the ball was intercepted by Medford. Owen McCarthy and Mateo in the middle
great
come
play.
away with it.
Oh, they got.
Almost had Wilson, but number 6 was able to get a foot on that.
Great defense, but that was a great run. And Owen saw Wilson's run there. It was just a good defensive step right there.
Paolo picks up the ball over to Yayan. Yayan has his head up, trying to figure out what's next. Keeps the ball back to Paolo. Outside to the left to Misha Creakin. Misha looking for service. Is looking for Mateo, but unfortunately didn't wrap his foot around the ball just enough, and it goes to the Medford keeper with a quick throw out to number 9.
Well done by Mateo coming back and helping stop that exchange right there.
Yayan over to Ian. Ian gets it. Looks
good ball.
Pass into Mateo.
Mateo's got Trevor making a run.
Mateo with a great effort slide tackle. Pushes it across. Blocked by Medford for another Beverly corner kick.
I got to applaud Mateo there. He did not give up on that play at all. Right. And all of that hustle led to a very good opportunity here, which you want to be taking corner kicks. It means you're applying good pressure.
Yeah, that touch just got away from him, but like you said, he worked so hard to get that ball back that hard work results in a corner kick being taken here by Owen McCarthy. Looking for a little outswinger here from the righty. Has good height on it. There's a ball up and over the top of the net. Mateo got a head on it, but just wasn't able to angle it down.
Mateo was up there, though. He had the ups. He had the ups right there. Just went over the crossbar.
Marcoli Julian coming back in for the Mustangs, replacing Michael Puck. Goal kick by Medford. Goes outside to number 9. Long ball hit up. Misha having a little bit of problems with the sun. Was able to take it down, pass it back to Matt Roy, who gets the ball up across midfield. Paolo chests it down. Ball's taken away from him by number 29. Number 11, the dangerous Ryan De Oliveira with the ball again. But Max Hemsey's able to handle that ball in. Ball's passed back. Misha back to Matt. Matt hits it out the side for a Medford throw.
I was going to say, we do pepper that pass back to the keeper with some pretty good heat on it. It's not the easiest. It's not as easy as it sounds. Just like, Misha's passing to Matt Roy, and it's an easy kick because you can't touch it with your hands there. So,
yeah, the weighting of the ball, certainly, and the amount of time that you give your keeper to make a decision whether he can take a touch or has to one-time it out is, like you say,
the way it bounces
is
off
the art
that
form
turf.
of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's Medford being dangerous around the Beverly box, but Beverly's maintaining its shape. Ball pops out of the Beverly box. Beverly's getting up a little bit of room there for 26.
And finds Yayan. That's a great defense.
And Yayan finds Mateo on the outside.
Mateo's looking for his numbers. He sees Wilson with a run. Ian, I don't know what that was just beautiful.
Does find Wilson. Wilson back to Trevor. Yayan taps it back to Ian. Ian, one touch over to Misha Creakin, who's looking for service in from that side. Ball bounces and hit away by Medford. Going to go back to Beverly. Owen McCarthy there with the ball. Good defending by Medford. Paolo steps up. It's a pile up on aisle 9 there, and we're going to have a foul called on Piallo for that, and it'll be a free kick for the Mustangs.
I think it was the play prior to the last one that he saw I didn't see it, but he seemed to assess whether or not there was advantage to keep the whistle in his pocket, but not sure what the foul was. If it was against Beverly, I'm sure it was a bad call. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here comes Beverly again. Yayan up to Wilson. Wilson trying to give it back to Yayan on the outside. Yayan gets there, keeps it in. Well done. Back to Misha, giving service.
Mateo.
Back post. Mateo just out of his reach.
I'm surprised by Misha. He's trying the right things. It just seems to be coming off a weird spot of his foot, but he does have offensive-minded talent in his soccer repertoire there, and it just seems like it's just deflecting off, and they're giving him space. He's usually taking that space and putting it a little bit more juice on frame. Because he can dribble, and he's got a nice left foot. See what he can see. Sees Yayan there in the corner.
Yayan trying to get out. Finds Misha. Service
that's
again.
A good service. Wilson
goes up. This is going to be a shot for Paulo. Drives it low. Tipped by Owen McCarthy. Wilson De Leon scores. And the Panthers have a 2-0 lead. Chris, they've been as dangerous as we've seen them this year in the final third. And twice they found the back of the net, which output-wise for the Panthers is just delightful for the bench and the hometown crowd.
Well, I got to tell you, as if on cue, Misha set up that surface right there with a beautiful. That's
because you had your Xbox controller out.
I mean, I was connected with Misha. And by the way, Dimitri's in for Misha before he redeemed himself there, but Coach saw a similar thing, I'm sure. But that was amazing. He set that up. Good job, Misha. Great finish by Owen and Wilson, too. Keep him to pressure.
Yeah, Paulo initially had that strike, and Owen gets a foot on it as it's going wide, creates a rebound. And then the boys just kept on working with that, finally finding Owen. Finally being finished by Wilson. Mark Beatty is now in for Beverly. Dimitri's back in at left back. Trevor Gilligan working hard. Got a piece of number 17. Kevin, I can't read, Batista, I think is what that says. Trying to read Kevin's writing. Free kick taken here by number 6, Matt Rendazzo.
Good ball.
Struck well. Paulo up, got over Ian's head, but Paulo, the human head machine is there.
It really is
again.
Amazing.
That kid is amazing aerial player.
Yeah, he's smart. He's got the angles, and he uses his height. He uses his body nicely.
Max Hemsey defending on the outside, getting some help from Dimitri and Yayan. Yayan trying to come away with it. Kicks around. Got a scrum going on there. That ball is still in play. Medford keeps it in. Paulo steps up, finds Wilson, who heads the ball nicely for Owen McCarthy. And here come the Panthers. Although Medford has recovered well, he's a through ball for Wilson. Matt Rendazzo saves the day there for Medford with his left foot, getting a toe on that. That's a good look. Chris, I'm starting to see a Panther team that's starting to gain a little more confidence here, especially the way that they're attacking right now and keeping the ball. Okay, Trevor Gilligan subbed for again. Did I see Daniel Wilder? Did he come in, the freshman? I did. Yes. Okay, there he is. Okay.
I think Daniel came in for. I'm not sure who he came in for.
Came in for Trevor.
Oh, Beatty was in there already? All right.
Yeah, Mark had come in a little bit earlier.
Gotcha.
When Dimitri went in. Okay, Medford has the ball again. Beverly keeping it shape. Bryce Lee up to Wilson De Leon. Wilson finds Owen. Owen to Ian. Ian with the ball. Finds Mark on the outside. Mark, that's right. Mark with a nice little cutback move to the middle of the field. Finds Paulo. Paulo just unable to handle that cleanly with good Medford pressure.
Yeah, the pass was a little off, not in Paulo's stride there, so it was a little difficult to handle. Yayan bringing it down. Eyes up. That's a good 1-2 right there with Wilson.
Yayan tries to put it across, defended well by Medford. Max Hemsey puts a head in that and evades Yayan Williams and goes out of bounds. Chris, I think we probably have somewhere around 5 minutes left in the half. Nick Porcello coming in for the Panthers, and number 24, Michael Park, back in for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Yayan taking a breather.
Always has great energy, Chris. He runs the motor 100% all the time.
That is true.
Well-deserved break.
He never gives up on it. He'll go against 3 defenders and a keeper and just keep running after being a good pass against.
Ian with a pass to Owen McCarthy, one touch to Wilson De Leon, broken up by Medford. Max Hemsey back with the header, finds Paolo. Paolo's able to use his body and keep it with a big battle, and he still comes away with the ball. Well done, and he's fouled there by number 10. Beverly will have a free kick about 50 yards from goal.
You know, that ref always is. He doesn't seem to enjoy reffing. I mean, he does the old man league I'm in, and I've seen him on every level, and he's never seemingly happy to ref. But
Ian Visnick taking the free kick, launches it deep
nice
in.
kick.
Paolo gets a head on it, and I guess it was off of Medford, resulting in a Beverly High School corner kick to be taken by Owen McCarthy.
All right. It was
Ian was
good
obviously
service
looking for Paolo, because who wouldn't look for Paolo in that situation? This is number 10, Owen McCarthy, the junior. One of the few underclassmen on this Beverly squad. Going to be an outswinger from the righty. Owen lofts it.
Paolo's there.
Paolo's there. Great save by the Medford keeper.
Great save by the keeper.
Well done by Paolo to get on top of that. Ian Visnick is able to keep the ball.
Oh, he's got 3 people.
But
there
he
he
works
goes.
hard,
Great
gets it
hustle
back.
by Ian.
Nicely done, keeping possession. Well done by Ian Visnick there in the center of the pitch. Ball finds its way to Wilson De Leon. Over to Owen. Back to Paolo. One touch for Mark. Beverly playing what they play best right now. Little possession based.
Yep.
Paolo looking for Ian, but maybe it was Dimitri who puts it in.
Good service.
Daniel takes it down,
Daniel,
battles hard in there. Medford gets a foot on it, but Max Hemsey playing up high is able to keep that back in for Beverly. Dimitri goes all the way across the field. Paolo steps in the middle.
Little handball there.
But not called. Number 11 has it. De Oliveira back to number 23, who finds number 24, Michael, on the left side. Michael defended by Mark Beatty, and the ball will go out for a Mustang throw. Can't be too much time left in the first half, Chris. I see the officials checking their watch. So
they didn't stop the clock, I don't think, for the timeout. I think the clock in the stadium says 1.5, so maybe 2.5.
Okay.
Who knows? That's a guess.
Yeah, the stadium clock, though, is that stopped now, or?
No, he hasn't stopped it.
Okay, got you covered. Okay, here's the throw-in. I'm having a little bit of difficulty seeing what's happened, other than Bryce Lee got a foot on it after it bounced around, and Matt Roy shielding his eyes. Matt Hemsey puts a foot in it to try to clear away. Bounces around. Mark Beatty's in there. Ball goes up in the air. Number 10 is being defended by Wilson De Leon. Excellent touch by number 10. Medford keeps possession with a pass back, but Paolo is there again. Finds
he's got Ian with space
Ian looking for Daniel Weiler on the outside. Sends him in behind the Mustang defense. Good defending back, but Daniel keeps it. He's looking for an option. Finds Dimitri, who attempts to have service in the box, but just isn't able to get the right part of his foot on it, and it'll be a goal kick for the Mustangs. Beverly really has been doing a nice job of keeping the ball and moving things ahead and giving themselves some opportunities. Great step by Mark Beatty. And there it is again, Chris. You know, when we play high and we defend in that part of the field, we're a very dangerous team.
Yeah, it was exactly what's always set off some good momentum offensively is when our outside backs are giving that pressure. It's very hard to clear it for Medford when you have that many guys against.
Paolo's pass goes askew, picked off by Medford, but they looking for number 11.
Someone's down on Medford.
Hit it out.
I can't see a number. I didn't see what happened, but
number 17, it looks like Kevin Batista.
Looks like he's limping on a wrapped quad there.
I think he's going to be subbed off. Coming in for the Mustangs is Will Kelly, number 5. Hopefully that is not a re-aggravation of that injury. Hate to see any of the kids needing to come off hurt.
I mean, it's a tough sport. There's no question. It's a tough 80 minutes for these kids, and they train all week. But,
and, you know, the fixtures have been coming fast and furious, almost to a fault. You know, these boys are young adults now. Their bodies need recovery time, and the schedule for the Panthers has just been relentless.
Yeah, and
this past week and a half.
Yeah, and they have been fighting with their share of injuries. Just boys are going, or young men are coming in and out, 4 games out, 3 games out with all these injuries.
Okay, Medford has the ball on the left-hand side of the pitch, looking to maintain possession. Pass back, Owen McCarthy defending, Ian Visnick pushing up. Here comes Wilson to give a little bit of pressure to the center backs in Medford. We're playing 3 in the back. Ball bounces around. Bryce Lee is able to get it to Paulo. Rattling around, and we have the halftime whistle. So here on a beautiful October day at Frank 40 Field on the campus of Beverly High School, the Beverly Panthers on senior day have a 2-0 lead at halftime against their former in-conference rivals and now Greater Boston League member Medford Mustangs. Beverly with that 2-0 lead with strikes from Trevor Gilligan and Wilson De Leon. Chris, we talked at the beginning of the broadcast about what the team does well or what they'll need to do well to get a good performance. We talked about needing to have consistency. They didn't do it for 40 minutes, but they certainly did it for the vast majority of the half.
They did it as much of the 40 as you can ask these boys to do against a very good squad on Medford. But they have that pressure up has led to 2 goals. One, I mean, Trevor did most on the first, and then Misha set up the second, both from that outside back position. And it's looked good. They're keeping the ball down. They're finding the midfielders are doing great. Ian and Owen in there, and Mahoney started. They're finding their feet. They're finding their feet with the boys making runs. It's really fun to watch. It's good. It's good level of ball.
And on the defensive side of the ball, I've been really impressed with the shape they've been keeping. There's, I think, only been really one real quality scoring opportunity. There's been some moments, no question about it. But they've been keeping their shape well, like you say. Paulo, Owen, Ian have been doing a nice job in the middle of the field. So
100%.
So, but the second half is yet to come. We are going to take a little break, folks, from here, from Frank 40 Field, and we will be back for the start of the second half.
You are watching BevCam. Here, anyone can come to the studio to make their own local TV show. Contact us with your idea. We'll help you get started with producing your own show, editing it, and then we'll broadcast it to all of Beverly for your friends and family to see. You might even get some new fans. We also film local events like sports, music, city council meetings, and more. If you miss out on anything in town, you can catch up on it here. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Contact us at 978-927-5544 or email us at admin@bevcam.org.
Got a quarter?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize...
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize...
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
Suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just...
Listen.
Welcome back to Frank 40 Field here on the campus of Beverly High School. Today is senior day as we bring you second half action starting up in a minute. Beverly brings a 2-0 lead into the second half against the Medford Mustangs. Before we get going, you know, these senior days, Chris, make me think about years gone by. I know your daughter, Sophia, played here. You had senior day with her. Now a student down at the University of South Carolina.
Go Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks. My oldest boy, Ty, played here. My daughter, Sarah, played here. And my son, Bryce, also played here. And a special shout-out to Bryce, I know who's watching at home. Unfortunately, had his senior season at Tufts University ended with a ACL injury in preseason. Had surgery yesterday. Is looking in at his little brother, wishing he could be here today. But a big shout-out to a member of the Salem Evening News All-Decade team who would rather be playing with his mates today up at Bates College in Maine. But Bryce, heal up well, and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, get better soon, buddy. Get back on the pitch, too. Also, as part of Senior Day, I'll just note that the boosters were asking those in attendance here to donate to the Ellie Fund, which is a great organization. It's elliefund.org. And it being October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it provides all services families need from those that are affected with breast cancer, whether it be the preparation and delivery of nutritious prepared meals, sending them to appointments. It's all free to the patients and their families. Child care reimbursement, everything. It's all the holes that are left typically from such a diagnosis, and this organization just helps those families. So if you want, take a look at elliefund.org and donate as you can.
Okay, Medford Mustangs coming straight off the dot. Ball ricochets around, but it's able to be corralled by Matt Roy. Matt with a long punt, heading towards the middle of the field. Misha Creakin gets a foot on it. Max Hemsey skirts off his foot. Max defending hard down in the corner against number 23. Max very wisely pokes it out the side for a throw-in and prevents the corner kick. Good hustle there by Max.
Now,
and good awareness.
Both coaches, right, they take the 10 minutes at halftime and they're talking about, I would presume, Beverly keeping the intensity, not changing too much because you're playing the ball well. But obviously Medford has to make some moves here, get better opportunities. So this first 5-10 minutes is going to be really something in this half. See how the boys come out.
That looks like Wes Roberts in for the Panthers at the right back position. Heads that, comes back harmlessly to Matt Roy.
Yeah, we got Wes, and they have Misha. I mean, they pulled Wes is where Trevor started, and they have Trevor up on a striker, it looks like.
Back out to Misha Creakin on the outside. Misha looking for Wilson, has the pass picked off, but he's advancing to defend. Winning hard to win that ball back. Trevor Gilligan pressing all the way back to the keeper. Keeper hits it out to the middle of the field. Paulo's able to get a head on it, but goes to Medford. Defended hard by Mateo. The ball's pushed up the outside for Ryan de Oliveira. Defended by Wes Roberts. Great one, too. Matt Roy comes out. We have an offside, but Matt Roy nonetheless would have been there to save the day for the Panthers. Very well-worked ball by Medford, but just offside. And Chris, to your point, the first 10 minutes here of the second half is going to be really huge for the Panthers to keep the Mustangs off the board.
Yeah, they're going to come out hot, the Mustangs will, and they're going to do all that they can to put one in the back. But Beverly's just got to withstand it, keep playing good soccer as they have. I would not suggest changing your theory at all, because the boys look so comfortable in a very aggressive, offensive-minded approach of the first half anyway.
Yeah, in a game like this, you really want them to play like it's 0-0, right?
Yeah,
keep
totally
on doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
Wilson De Leon with the ball, tries to push it through from Owen McCarthy, but just ahead of him, and the keeper comes out. Here comes Mateo working so hard to come back. And now Paulo forces Medford back, and here comes Trevor. Misha going to the outside to take the lane away. Here comes Wilson, and this is the pressure up top that the Panthers have been super successful with.
Ooh, Mateo trying to get a slide tackle there from behind.
Max Hemsey's able to get that on the half volley up to Owen McCarthy. Mateo takes it down on his chest, back to Owen. Out to Wes.
He's got to just find his teammate right there.
And he's been fouled by number 11.
Mateo took that ball down off a couple headers off his chest and then passed it to Wes's foot there. That was beautifully done. Wes boxed him out, got the call against, and now it looks like Bryce taking the kick. Just kind of floated off his foot there, Mateo.
Yeah, I think that was a little further outside than what he would have liked.
Yeah.
But that ball's deep in the Medford end. Here comes that big throw out of the back. Wes retreats, is able to get it.
Ooh, nice little acrobatic
puts it back
kick
in.
There. Mateo
with the win,
Wilson.
finds Wilson. Here goes Wilson, comes in the middle, tries to find Ian, but the ball's picked off. Here comes a counterattack. Ian Visnick tracking back. Misha creaking again, stepping up. Very nicely done.
Now he's got to recover here. Yep, he recovers back. That was
Mustangs have to reload. That pressure in that part of the field is huge for Beverly.
Bryce is on the speedy 11 here.
Back to Matty Roy. Matt tries to just find him on the outside, but just squirts off of him. Beverly's going to have to regain its shape quickly and try to get this ball back. Bryce Lee does.
West with a good stop there. Owen
McCarthy over to Ian Visnick, who finds Trevor Gilligan.
Great ball by Ian. Ooh.
Great job by number 10, Mark Oli Julien, coming back and defending Trevor Gilligan and taking that ball away from him. Great hustle, great defending. Ball ends up to Matt Roy. Matty with the punt. Looking for Owen. Owen puts a foot on it.
Kick. Wilson just
little flick there on the side.
Right at Wilson's.
Oh, Bryce Lee goes for the header, just sails over his head, but I believe Matt Roy will be there without an issue. Matt Roy gathers it in, surveys the situation. Big punt to the middle. Pilo able to get up in the air and get a piece of it. Medford knocks it back. Ryan De Oliveira with a header. Max Hemsey with a header. Ian Visnick defends back. Max is going to be able to get this. Looks like there's an awful lot of arms all over Max there, Coach. I don't know. A lot of pushing and tugging.
Oh, they're chirping here. 23-9. Oh, the ref, look, he sees him. He's gonna give him the no chirp warning.
Throw in by number 12 for Medford.
I'm sure they were just kind of complimenting each other at a hard play.
On your hard-nosed physical play.
right, totally. Hey, man, good defense. Thanks, man.
Paolo unable to get to that. Ian with a header back to his keeper. Matty Roy's able to come up with it.
Matty Roy there.
Matt surveys again. He's going to let it fly. Misha gets a foot on it. Bounces off a Medford player. I think that's probably going to be called a foul on Misha. Got into number 23, Peyton Brzezinski, just a little bit. Free kick taken by number 6, Matt Randazzo. Ball goes in. Beverly seems to not have been turned around, and they are very, very lucky there.
Very lucky.
Very lucky there. Beverly switching off. It doesn't take long. You know, you got to stay switched on for all 80 minutes. You have a free kick. Things slow down a minute, and if you let your guard down, you can get burnt. Fortunately for Beverly, the shot went wide.
Heads up play by number 6 on Medford taking that kick. Saw 2 wide open Medford players, and no one on Beverly seeing them except for Coach DeLeon.
Who let them know.
Yeah.
All right, Beverly's working it up, trying to keep it up the sideline. Defended well. Number 9, Gifflord Charles knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a Panther throw-in. It's going to be taken by Wes.
Nice throw.
Big, long throw. Wilson battles. He's going to come down with that. Inside of him is Mateo. To the back post is Trevor Gilligan. Finds Trevor Gilligan.
There.
Oh, what a run by Trevor Gilligan. You could see that developing.
Oh, that was
Great
awesome.
work by the Panthers, and look at the joy on these boys. It's been a hard season for them, Chris, but they're feeling it right now on senior day here at Beverly High.
100%. I think this is that was a great play by Wilson. Wilson just found it. West with an absolute missile of a throw in. Wilson just smart, service low, and Trevor there with a hustle.
And two options for him. Trevor running to the back post, Mateo making the run at the perfect angle, and Wilson picked out the right pass for a perfect one-touch finish by Trevor. And we have a 3-0 lead, and we haven't said that very often this year.
No, we have not. And now, Medford likes to play the it's going to be hard on the defenders there. They're just playing long balls in, and they're going to try and, just like this. And now Bryce and Hemsey are always going to be on this run here. Oh, okay. He was coming in back from an offsides position, I think the call is.
I thought for a second that was going to be a PK.
I know. I was about to throw I was going to throw the headset out and charge the field.
I was kind of hoping that the whistle was from another field.
Yeah. But that's what Medford's been doing, and that's what they're going to continue to do, send that long ball, and it's going to be difficult for Hemsey and Bryce Lee to work it.
Very smart by Matt Roy. Took a wide-open Misha Creakin instead of hitting the 50-50 ball off his goal kick. And Misha and Trevor, with some nifty footwork there, were able to work the ball up the field, but now it goes back to Medford. Number 10 is being defended by Ian and Trevor. Forces him into an errant pass. Medford works hard, though, gets the ball back. Max Hemsey with a nice touch, nice defending. Misha Creakin trying to get up to the ball. Chips the ball to the middle of the field.
Wilson
takes
first.
A hit to the face.
See if they learned a lesson. They'll mark everyone up here. Although I'd like to see more Beverly kids looking at the actual ball right now. That would be nice.
Number 12 is going to take the free kick, 35 yards from frame.
Medford coach giving him the inspiration, we'll call it.
Referee has him move the ball a little closer to the middle of the field. We got a lot of activity to the right of Matt Roy, but he's going right for goal and right to him. Not sure if that was by design or he just didn't wrap his foot around him, but the Panthers will take that nonetheless. Matt gives his mates an opportunity to get up the field as he surveys the situation. Launches a high booming punt over just to midfield that bounces. Trevor Gilligan there on the second bounce against number 10. Works hard. Wilson gets the ball back. He's looking for Owen McCarthy, but just misses him.
Yeah, Owen had a good run there. Wilson did see it, just a little bit off.
Paolo using his body well, finds Ian. Ian trying to find Mateo. A good look there, but just taken away by Medford. That ball will roll to Matt Roy. Matt with another long punt to the middle of the field. Paolo, Ian, a bunch of Medford guys there. Paolo gets a head on it. Mateo battling.
As Paolo does. I just want to take a second to note, Mateo has been playing fantastic today. As you noted, he was Wilson's second option on that third goal. He's been everywhere. He's been absolutely everywhere, going 100 miles an hour, 110% all the time, and it's fantastic to see.
Okay, bunch of subs in for the Panthers. Nick Porcello, Federico Claverino, Max Lang. Was Mark Beatty already out there?
No, he's coming in now, or he is in now, for Misha.
And Misha, Trevor, Ian,
Wes
and Federico
another huge
with the rest.
throw-in.
And here comes Wilson again, battling.
Oh,
I think that might be a foul on Wilson.
Yep, you got to make it look a little better. These boys, both sides, they play very hard with their body. It's something that's good to see. It's not a no contact game, believe it or not. But you can't. I mean, that was a straight forearm to the poor kid's back. Good call.
Medford keeper surveys the situation, launches it out past the mid-stripe. It's headed on by Ryan de Oliveira. Matt Hemsey in a foot race with number 23 for Medford.
Yeah, you play
Peyton
that out.
Brzezinski plays it out the side, but Medford keeps it, and this could be a little bit of trouble here. Owen steps up. Here's a shot. It hits the frame. Here's a rebound. Matt Roy is there to save the day.
Matty Roy with some business. That was a good opportunity by Medford off the bar.
Off the bar, and then the rebound as well was an opportunity that Matt saved. So
absolutely.
2 quality opportunities there for Medford and unable to find the back of the net, fortunately for the Panthers. Medford, a team that really hasn't been having difficulty scoring in the 13 games that they've played. They're averaging nearly 3 goals a game with 38 goals in those games. So they are a team that can score.
I'm still looking for Beverly to keep what they're doing. I mean, the boys are at their best when they're playing as they are now. Keeping the pressure, finding their teammates. Just a little bit too much on that first touch. Federico with the ball and a motor here. Oh, taking on 3 Medford players. And
it looks like he was fouled, so there'll be a free kick for the Panthers from a dangerous spot.
Looks like Wes is going to take it. Maybe Bryce.
Maybe Bryce. You know, Chris, back to your point about the boys keeping doing what they've been doing. This is a bit of a unique situation for them. They're usually chasing the game. It's a whole different mindset of being able to play from in front and continue having your control. So a little uncharted territory. Ball's launched across by Bryce Lee and goes off from Medford, I believe, for Beverly throw. That's what I have.
Yeah, I would say probably about 24 minutes left. I think it looks like something's in our way here, but probably 15 minutes or so out of the second half. Up 3. You got to keep the pressure, but, you take your time on the throw-ins and on Matt's punts and stuff like that.
It's managing the game, making the simple pass, not putting it across your own goal.
Driving the other team nuts by your slowness. Oh, that's a good opportunity. Great save by the keeper right there.
I think that was Federico who was able to get a foot on that.
Yeah, I think his outside right foot right to the corner, and the goalie did all that he could to get that. It was a great save by the keeper for Medford. Yayan getting ready to come in, as is Shane Barker. Shane, too, on Wednesday went down with an injury, it looked like, in the beginning of the second half, so it's good to see that he's feeling good.
Yeah, Shane's been one of those guys who's been snake bit with injury, so just so happy for him that he's able to be out here at this stage this season. Medford Mustangs take a timeout, looking to regroup. Chris, we made a little bit of a joke with each other before we got on air. That Beverly had more seniors than Medford had players, but 20 looks like are on the Medford bench with 17 Beverly seniors. But as the game is moving on and looking at the substitution patterns, there's probably a lot of guys over there in that Medford squad that could use a little break, so a strategic timeout by the Beverly coach. I believe his name is Mike Petridis. Other coach, I think the Sergio Silver and Mike Petridis are the coaches for the Mustangs. Not a cloud in the well, a couple of clouds in the sky. I should have looked to my right before I spoke, but a beautiful day nonetheless. Seeing the Panthers play some of their best football of the season recently, and at least to this juncture today, being finally rewarded for that play.
Yeah. As we've said all year, they have the talent, and they're really now clicking with the style of that talent, right? So each team, as you have different components that make up for it, Coach Edgar, he's got to find what fits best for your specific crew. And today, you couldn't ask for a better effort from these boys, top to bottom, really. And a ton of the boys have been playing, which I love seeing.
Yeah, that's great. And if we go back to the numbers stuff and the way that high school soccer is played, the more you can have fresh legs out there by rolling your subs and not having a drop-off in play really increases your chances to get the result you're looking for at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%. It's just all the difference on those 50-50 balls, the runs from your forwards, actually withstanding their pressure. You know, if you have fullbacks and defense that have fresh legs, it's all the difference in the world. Yayan going in for Wilson, Shane going in for Federico. Both great shifts by the two strikers.
Yeah, everybody getting rotated around, but our two center backs, Max Hemsey and Bryce Lee, doing yeoman's work, putting in big minutes.
Yeah, it's good to see, like I said, Bryce coming back. That was scary the other night, and he's played a great game because that's no easy task. Number 11 he's been fighting number 11 all day, and he's a tremendous player, number 11 is.
But as you noted earlier, Chris, one of Bryce's greatest assets is his speed. Great foot speed, defends well, and you know, it's needed, like you say, against a speedy attacker.
You know, it's another one of those kids, just, you know, his just seeing him grow up, and all these kids, really, how they've played and how they've grown as soccer players, more importantly, as young men. It's just awesome. It's a great day. I'm happy for him.
Okay, Beverly fighting along the sidelines. The ball's won back by Medford. Through ball by 11 for 23, who looks to give service. Max Hemsey with a foot on it. Number 11, Ryan Oliveira, though, tries to take a shot, hits a bunch of legs. Paolo tries to kick it away. He does partially. The ball hits off of Max Hemsey. Or I think it was Max.
No, I think it was his own player. Yayan finds
Nick Porcello.
Nick was there. I didn't see Nick come in.
Nick over to Max Lang. Back to Owen McCarthy. Tries to find Shane Barker, and that is forcefully cleared away by the Medford defense.
Owen had some space there to see how his team could, because he had some good ideas there, good opportunity. And he's usually smart with the ball. He's very smart with the ball. Great player. Not to say that was unsmart or not smart, but it was that he did have some time.
Mark Beatty with the throw-in. Finds Shane Barker. Medford's able to win it back. Long ball over the top. Wes Roberts having a cover. Max Hemsey comes over. There's a shot. Matty Roy is there, though, to handle it.
Hey, Wes, that's too easy. You got to challenge the ball. Come on.
Matt Roy with the punt. Paolo with the header goes back towards goal. Bryce Lee's there, out to Mark Beatty.
Mark has played good minutes today.
Yeah, Mark brought up during the season from the JV, but his minutes have been excellent. He's been playing very well.
Good step by Wes there. Didn't let the ball come to him. He made a play on it affirmatively. That was great stuff right there.
Matt Roy with a good read off his line there. And as we've talked about during the season in our broadcasts, so important for a keeper to be able to read that and get off his line, can diffuse so much danger by being able to read that. And that was a great read by Matt. Yayan comes down with the ball, looks around, pushes the ball out to Owen McCarthy. Owen, one-touch pass over to Mark Beatty. Mark back to Owen. Ooh. Boys are talking. Wes goes to that pass, which is nice to see. Wes is looking to either hit Max Lane or Shane Barker. Ball's cut off. Back to Paolo. Out to Nick Porcello. Ball's kicked around. Yayan wins it back.
Yayan with a shot.
And takes a rip just wide.
That's good work on Beverly's part there. They had a lot of movement of the ball, switched fields, and I mean, Yayan worked hard for that shot.
Yeah, the more work they can do in the Medford half of the field, the better we all like it. That's for sure.
We're going to feel good with that. We got Luke Stanley and BevCam coming back in. Fresh legs. Get some minutes. Lock it down.
Max Hemsey organizing to the defense. They regain their shape. Medford has the ball in the middle. There's a runner on the outside. Max Hemsey looks like he has the angle and harmlessly puts it out to touchline.
Yep, set your defense up instead of making a crazy off-balance play with no numbers.
Yeah, from the Beverly point of view, being conservative right now in your own end is the way to go. Here comes the throw-in, goes short. Back to number 12, pops it up there. Number 29 battling Owen McCarthy. Ball falls to number 9 of Medford. Ryan DeOliveira comes away with it.
Oh, fantastic play by Shane
Barker selling himself out.
Getting some cheers from the Beverly bench here.
No service allowed right there. Great job by Shane. Finds himself on the ground. Beverly's defending Mark Beatty, wins his battle over to Shane.
And
it looks like that Shane was hammered from behind, and Beverly will keep possession with the direct kick. As we're going to add Andrew Mahoney to the group of substitutes coming in, along with Brendan Conley and Luke Stanley, as they wait patiently. I guess they're not going to let him come in because it is a free kick. I guess they could let him come in if they wanted, but they're not going to. Bryce Lee with the kick. Paolo with the win, heads the ball to the outside. Medford keeps it in. Falls to the feet of Peyton Berzinski. Pushes it up for Ryan DeOliveira, who comes across trying to find number 12. Does find number 12, and it goes off of him for a Beverly goal kick. And here come the Beverly substitutes. Coming off of the Panthers will be number 13, Nick Porcello, number 23, Wesley Roberts, and number 24, the senior Paolo Bukichi.
And the good thing, too, about closing out this game, I think, I don't know, let's say probably 18 or so minutes left, that you have, if needed, Ian, Trevor, and Misha, all amazing players, just getting good rest here if you need some fresh legs. Those are some good players to have fresh legs on. Oh, that was a good opportunity by Medford. Shoots it over.
Service came across. Beverly tried to defend it, had a swing and a miss. Fell to, I think, number 12, who from close range, the ball was a little bit too much air under it for him, and he hit it over the bar to the delight of, or the relief, I should say, of the Panther sideline.
Yeah. Owen and Beatty coming out.
Declan McHugh has entered the game, as well as Joseph Lacrinola. Medford regains control. Dangerous Ryan DeOliveira coming down the left wing. Bryce Lee is there to defend him.
Great play by Bryce. Finds Max laying up top, and it's Beverly throwing.
Joseph with the throw-in to Declan. Back to Joseph, keeps it in. Up to Yayan. Yayan looking for Shane, who makes a nice run. Tries to get it across to the middle. Unable to connect.
Oh, good step by Declan right there.
Here comes Luke Stanley, passes it back up to Declan. Tries to find Brendan Conley, but that ball goes askew. Medford's going to keep it in on the sideline. Luke Stanley defending.
No turn,
Luke Stanley moving hard.
Good defense by Luke right there.
Max Hemsey's able to come away with it, and that will go for a Medford throw. We have multiple Medford players throwing the ball in at the same time from different parts of the field. I'm not quite sure. That would be a foul.
You don't usually see that, but even one of the Medford kids were confused too.
Yeah, the one who was 25 yards ahead of where the ball went out was the one I had my eyes on, wondering why he was up there.
That's fair.
Free kick, 30 yards from the Beverly frame, taken by number 12. We have a three-man wall. Matt Roy organizes it. Referee will come in and make sure. It only looks like they're 5 yards back. On a football field, it's a little bit easier to figure out where 10 yards is. Since the ball is sitting exactly on the 20-yard line of the football field, the boys will need to move back.
Good service.
Nice header by Medford, and the ball goes wide. Uncontested header by Medford. Matt Roy was there if the ball was on frame. Goes wide. And Max Hemsey, the senior captain, doing yeoman's work today, is going to get his first break of the day. being subbed in by his fellow captain, senior Ian Visnick. Ian will drop back into the center back role in place of Max. Matt Roy a little bit short with that, but Ian's able to come up with it. Hits it ahead. Max Lang out for Joseph Lacranola. Comes down with the ball. Beverly stringing a few passes across.
Good fight. Beacon almost there. Oh.
Bryce Lee finds feet.
Good touch by Yayan.
Yeah, really nice takedown. Over to Declan McHugh. Nice little move. Back to the outside to Joseph Lacranola. Joseph takes the touch, surveys the situation, launches it in the box, but headed away by Medford.
Luke's there.
Luke Stanley keeps it to Andrew Mahoney.
Barker with a fight in the corner there.
And it's going to be a Beverly throw-in as Beverly keeps the ball in the Medford end as the clock continues to tick. The friend of the Panthers at this moment with, I believe, under 15 minutes to go. Or around 15. Medford comes up with the ball. Keeper quickly looks to launch it to find number 12.
Luke
comes back and it becomes a bit of a nuisance for him. Luke.
Good fight by Luke.
Luke fighting. Ian Visnick.
Finds Ian.
Ian shields it.
And Matty Roy's there.
So Matt Roy can pick it up. Good communication between keeper and back. Although, probably made a few people nervous. Matt Roy surveys the situation, launches a punt to midfield. Andrew Mahoney, battling, is able to get a piece of his body on it, comes down to it, and is fouled from behind. Andrew's another guy who's suffered a lot of injuries in his Beverly High career. Good to see him out there and getting some minutes as we come down the home stretch of his senior season. Just inside the mid-stripe, Ian Visnick will take the free kick for the Panthers. Ian is looking for Shane Barker and finds Shane's foot, but defended well. Joseph steps up and he wins a throw-in for the Panthers. Nice work by Joseph Lacranola. Makes the throw-in, finds Yayan, who tries to flick it behind for Declan, just doesn't connect. Joseph comes up, battling. Ryan De Oliveira comes away with the ball again. The speedy left winger is making his break. Okay. Nicely defended by Joseph with some help from Max Lang.
Well done there, Beverly.
Ian Visnick is able to head that up. Andrew Mahoney just not able to get there. Declan McHugh is, though. Ian, patience, looks, trying to find Shane. Medford will step in front of that, and that will go out for Beverly throw.
Yeah, it was a little laser right there. Ian looking for Shane Barker, who's got some speed up there on top.
Ball's thrown in and mishit by Bryce Lee, and it will go for a Mustang throw. Medford sub coming in, number 20. Who we don't have on the board, coming in for number 24, Michael Pock. Throw in for the Mustangs. Ball's launched towards the Beverly goal, but goes over the end line for a Beverly goal kick. Beverly in no particular rush to take this as time ticks down.
Probably approaching 11, 12 minutes, I'd say. Looks like on the field anyway. There was a timeout. Call it 12.
Matt Roy with the goal kick. Launches it to Declan McHugh. Bounces around in the middle. Medford comes away with it. Luke Stanley looks like he's ready to make a step and take that, and he does. Loses it back to Medford. Medford maintains possession, defended by Declan McHugh. Max Lang.
Oh, Beacon with a nice step right there. All sorts of
his service. Matt Roy backing up and is able to push it away.
That was
dangerous position. Very difficult for a keeper to go backwards and catch the ball. Matt, good awareness where his goal line was and is able to push that out of harm's way.
It seemed like the same action of a reverse dunk. He kind of brought it from the goal backwards. It was amazing.
Now checking in for the Mustangs, I believe, for the first time today is number 8, Gabriel De Silva. On
Here comes
for
Dimitri. I was
number
waiting
20.
for Dimitri. He played
Dimitri
a good game.
coming on for Luke Stanley. Luke Stanley giving the Panthers some quality minutes back there in the back, being replaced by his fellow senior.
He's had consistent pain in his shins for the last couple of months. It's just everything Luke has been doing on the field comes with a tremendous amount of pain, which is no fun. But he did great defense there.
Another one of those Beverly boys who've been battling injuries, concussion last year, shin splints this year. But, you know, like you say, good quality minutes from Luke there on senior day, and we love to see that. Ball sneaks through. Ian Visnick's there, passes his back to his keeper, Matt Roy, who launches the ball up. Max Lang battling for that. Declan McHugh.
Ooh, handball there. Yeah.
Went down. So that was a handball? Okay.
Yeah, the guy kind of passed it with his arm, which I don't know if you're allowed to do, but I appreciate the...
Handling not allowed.
I appreciate his creativity, you know. You got to make stuff happen.
Okay. Beverly going to take the free kick. Ian Visnick finds feet of Dimitri.
Oh, nice touch by Dimitri.
Into the middle. He's looking for Shane Barker. Just misses him. Beverly still looking, searching for that next goal. Andrew Mahoney.
Oh, the runner's going, number 8 here.
Ian Visnick playing center back is going to be able to touch that back to Matt Roy. Good coverage there. Up to Beacon.
Nice
Beacon's going to take it down. Ooh. Tries to find Ian can't. Goes in, slides hard, bounces around. Beverly's able to win it back. Evades Max Lang. Number 3 launches it down. Ian Visnick tracking back. Matt Roy coming out, and good communication. And Matt is able to corral that.
I mean, you feel good energy here on the Beverly bench, which is good.
Andrew Mahoney battling number 10. Declan McHugh in there too. Maybe a little bit of a high boot by 29, but not called. 23 comes in, passes up the outside to the dangerous number 11, Ryan DeOliveira.
Ooh, nice move by Ryan.
Makes a spin move, finds some room. Here's a shot. It's going to go over the bar for a Panther goal kick. And we have a couple of more subs, Ian Williams and Shane Barker coming off, being replaced by Mateo and Federico.
Coach seems satisfied with his center backs as well as the midfield, the center mid. They're controlling the game, and he's cycling through the strikers and the outside backs. Get fresh legs.
Matt Roy, free kick, goal kick, gets over midfield. Mateo battles, forces a pass back to the Medford keeper. Mateo and Federico with some pressure. Here comes Dimitri streaking up from the left back position. Over to Andrew Mahoney, who finds the feet of Mateo, who finds the feet of Max Lang with a deft touch to the left. And Max tries to push one through, but unfortunately just not able to connect with Federico. And speaking of Panthers who have been snake bit with injury, that we're happy to see getting their minutes and out there, Max Lang, the senior, certainly one of them. Absolutely. Ian Visnick steps up out of the back, makes a little run there. This could be trouble. Matty Roy off his line, diffuses it. A great read once again by Matt. And takes what could be a dangerous situation and hoses it right down. Great read. Matt's punt looks like it's going to find ground, no heads. But speaking of that, Paolo Bukiki getting ready to come in.
Ooh, good touch by the boys right there. Federico is underneath this ball.
Joe Lacrinola starting that over on the right side by keeping possession and finding feet, and Beverly is able to earn another throw in. Bryce Lee getting his first arrest of the morning, maybe close to afternoon. The senior put in another great shift there at center back, and he has a much-deserved break and is replaced by Paolo Bukichi.
I'm telling you, when you take out Hemsey and Bryce, and you replace them with Ian and Paolo, I mean, you feel good there. Those are some good players.
Ian Visnick tracks back, passes it to Matt Roy. We have a ball that Medford wins, but Paolo steps up, bounces off of him. Dimitri with a foot in it.
Great play.
Flicked over by Max Lang's head. Beacon battling in the middle of the field. Ian Visnick get up, a header there, hits it to the outside. And I think, unfortunately, in that battle, number 23 caught a foot or something. I don't know if he twisted an ankle or Ian stepped on him. So hopefully that Peyton's okay. Good sportsmanship by Ian Visnick going over to check on him. We've seen that so many times throughout the year this year, Chris. Guys helping opponents stretch out cramps and, being concerned about who's down. And, we talk about the LE Fund and community service and being aware of the community and trying to help others, and the soccer program raising money for LE Fund, which you'll find at lefund.org, and showing the sportsmanship is what high school sports should really be all about.
It is. They play hard against each other. They'll knock each other on their butts and all that other good stuff, but when they're hurt, no one wants to see that. So it's you want the best competition against you, and that's why the sportsmanship is so important. Something's more important in soccer. I personally don't know what that might be, but
maybe winning soccer. Okay, Panthers are lining up more subs to come in. The freshman Daniel Wilder, the junior Wilson DeLeon, who has one of the 3 Panther markers today, and the junior, Wesley, a junior or sophomore? Wesley Roberts. I'll have to research
sophomore.
That. You're going to say sophomore?
Yeah, but
okay, I'm going to go under the hood and research that. And you are correct. He's in his sophomore year.
Ian's there with a clear. It's a sun ball. I don't know what just happened, but
it's a deep fly ball to right field.
That's right.
Oh, wrong foot. Headed away by Joseph Lacrinola, who defends Ryan De Oliveira well on the outside. Here comes the throw in for Medford. Declan McHugh defending well. Medford gets a foot in it. Frederico there defending number 5, Will Kelly for the Mustangs, as that ball goes out for a Panther goal kick. And who's going to be getting a rest? The senior Max Lang. Just great to see him out there, Chris, getting his minutes. Awesome. Brendan Conley and Joseph Lacrinola saying the same. Beacon, a senior. And Joseph, I think, is also a member of the sophomore class. No, a junior class.
The ref just flashed a 4 up. I think there's 4 minutes or a little under 4 minutes now left in the game. And this is just a great day of just an example of why sports are so amazing. And it doesn't matter about record. It doesn't matter about anything. It doesn't matter what you're doing next year, what you did last year. But on this day, on this beautiful day, a senior day, which for the boys and the families is very emotional, just because it signifies them being done with their high school careers and the last time they'll have this kind of goofy happiness. And they're on a squad that's been training hard all summer, all fall, and just that it's been put into place here. Paulo with the header.
Wesley Roberts launches in, beautiful service, and Paulo goes high and saved by Medford.
It's just an amazing feeling. The boys are all playing top to bottom of the roster. They're playing amazing, playing hard, a great squad. And they're up 3 with 3 minutes left, and I'm just happy for them. It's just why any sport, can just have these amazing moments, and this is definitely one of them for the Beverly Panthers.
Declan McHugh with the ball. Touch over to Andrew Mahoney. Looks at Wilson DeLeon, picked off by Medford. Ball's chipped in over the top, but harmlessly goes to Matt Roy, mainly because the 2 Medford targets were well marked by Dimitri Pasecki and Ian Visnick.
Shout out Matty Roy, another amazing game. He's always playing so hard and always basically the most busy person on the Beverly team.
Ian Visnick back to defend, last man back, knocks it out to the side. Number 23 attempts to cross it in, blocked by Ian. Daniel Weiler defending. Declan McHugh defending. Boys are looking to win it back and get it out of their third. Ball, Declan McHugh working so hard back there, the senior.
I'm surprised Medford kept their 3 defensive men all the way back and not even offering more pressure.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you would think that they, or somewhat earlier, would be pressing to be more potent offensively.
Yeah.
But always a balancing act for when you give up things in the back to surrender more goals. One of the metrics in the new power rankings is average margin of victory. So I'm not really sure if that plays to the thinking that, you don't want to turn a 3-0 loss into a 5-0 defeat and hurt that.
You still want to win. That gives you more opportunity to do so.
I just mean this late in the game with 4 minutes left. I'm not...
Yeah,
Medford keeper off the line punches it away. Nicely done,
play.
And he goes for the big early.
Look alive.
Find the number 12. Nicely takes it down.
That was a great touch.
And he goes with the long ball. Wesley Roberts is going to have to work hard to get Ryan De Oliveira. Ian Visnick is going inside to Mark 23.
Ooh, sets
nice
up his
shot. Wesker goes down hard. I'm not sure if he was slide tackled by Paolo when he came across, but Wesley is down. Hopefully just a knock. It looks like he's going to be okay, being held to his feet by his teammate. No, I guess he's going to need a sub. Looks to be a lower leg injury. Hopefully nothing too serious.
He's walking off. Got a limp, though. Coach Rep coming out. Assess the situation.
Joseph Lacquanole in for Wes. Okay. As Wes makes his way off with assistant coach Justin Rep. Matty Roy take the goal kick, and he's going to kick it right to Coach Rep if he doesn't turn around. Well, it's just a header away. There is the final whistle, and there is joy at Frank 40 Field as your Beverly Panthers have a statement win here on Senior Day. A 3-0 win, another clean sheet for Matt Roy in the Beverly defense. One of the higher output games. I think the second most goals Beverly's recorded in a match so far this year. Trevor Gilligan with the brace, Wilson DeLeon with one. Great performances up and down for all our seniors today. Like you say, Chris, they all got a significant amount of minutes. And one more time, just a shout out to our seniors, Matt Roy, Brendan Conley, Dimitri Piasecki, Bryce Lee, Luke Stanley, Andrew Mahoney, Captain Ian Visnick, Captain Max Hemsey, Matt Roy also a captain, Captain Trevor Gilligan, Yayan Williams, Max Lang, Misha Creakin, Declan McHugh, Federico Claverino, Shane Barker, Paolo Buquicchio, and Matteo Bonanno. Good performance by the boys, Chris.
Top to bottom, it was a team game, team win. Love it.
Okay, we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This is Al Visnick and Chris Hemsey signing off, along with our cameraman, Chris Roy, from a beautiful day here in Frank 40 Field. Final score, the Beverly Panthers 3, the Medford Mustangs 0. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace, everybody.